flower, we breathe the freshness of life. We garland the moments and preserve our memories. Flower is an integral part of our evolution and existence. It expresses, rejuvenates, beatifies, beautifies, enthralls, excites and conquers. Flowers have that rich yet humble presence and power. It releases emotion and contributes to the economics of our age. The economics of flower is art and science in the entrepreneur mind. In the state, business worth 10 crore rupees takes place annually in the flower trade. Flower growers in Hajo, Titabo and parts of Assam contribute to 25% of this trade. The climate and soil of Assam is highly conducive for growing different types of flowers commercially. The Department of Horticulture under Assam Agricultural University, Jorhat, has carried out research on flowers grown in Assam and developed suitable technologies for commercial cultivation of some of these flowers in the state. The potential flowers are marigold, chrysanthemum, tuberose, orchid, gladiolus, gerbera and anthurium. It has developed technologies for cultivating rose conducive to the climatic condition of the state.
অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ত পোনপ্ৰথমবাৰৰ বাবে ফুল খেতিৰ ওপৰত গৱেষণা আৰম্ভ হয় 1978 চনত কিন্তু বাণিজ্যিক ভিত্তিত যিবিলাক ফুলৰ খেতি আমি এতিয়া কৰিছো সেই ফুলৰ গৱেষণা আৰম্ভ হয় মানে যাক কাঠফ্লাৱাৰ বা সেদন পুষ্প বুলি কয় এটো 2000 চনত ভাৰতীয় কৃষি অনুসন্ধান পৰিষদ ৰাষ্ট্ৰীয় কৃষি প্ৰযুক্তিৰ প্ৰতিযোগিতামূলক প্ৰকল্পত 2003 চনত ক্ৰিসেন্থেমাম ফুলৰ জাত নিৰ্বাচন আৰু প্লাষ্টিক সেউজ গৃহৰ ভিতৰত আবতৰীয়া ফুল ফুলোৱাৰ কৌশলৰ মাননীকৰণ নামেৰে এটা প্ৰযুক্তি লাভ কৰা হয় আৰু সেই প্ৰযুক্তিটোতে অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ উদ্যান বিজ্ঞান বিভাগৰ গৱেষণা পথাৰত 100 এবিধ ক্ৰিসেন্থেমামৰ জাত লৈ গৱেষণা কৰা হয় আৰু সেই সময়ৰ 2000 চনৰ পৰাই আমাৰ অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ত বাণিজ্যিক ভিত্তিত কৰিব পৰা ফুলৰ খেতিৰ এআই আৰম্ভণি বুলি ক'ব পাৰি।
In 2001, research was carried out for developing technologies on commercial cultivation of rose, chrysanthemum, tuberose, orchid, gladiolus, gerbera and anthurium under Mini Mission 1 of the Horticulture Mission for Northeast and Himalayan region. This is chrysanthemum flower. In Assamese language, the flower is named Indramalati.
There are mainly two types of chrysanthemum. One is standard and another one is spray. Standard chrysanthemums are mainly used for cut flower and exhibition purposes, and there should be single flowering, single plant, and we can increase the number of flower from 1 to 6. And they are bigger in size, and in case of spray, the number of flower is more, say 50 to 100 to 400, and they are generally used as loose flowers, and also they are used as potted flowering plant. And this is the cultivar of snowball, and which is also important cultivar in national and international market. Second one is kikuberry, which is yellow in color, and third one is gambit, pink, and fourth one is Robin Hood. This is also yellow in color, and they are mainly used as cut flower and potted flowering plant. This is spray variety Korean double chocolate in color, and this is Professor Harris mustard yellow in color, and this is Nirad white in color, and this is anemone type, and that yellow, that is the single Korean, and another yellow type is there, that is AU CC2, and which is also yellow, but the petals there are some bronze spots are there. And this both standard and spray chrysanthemum, this can be grown under polyhouses, but mostly standards are mainly grown under polyhouses, and spray can be grown both open and polyhouse condition.
Terminal stem cutting of 5 to 7 centimeters are taken between June to September. The land is properly ploughed during July and August. Compost or dry cow dung at 4 to 5 kg per square meter is applied at the time of preparing the land with 66 gram urea, 125 gram single super phosphate and 33 gram muriate of potash. Half of the urea is applied as basal dose and the other half in two split doses after 30 and 60 days from the time of planting.
And cuttings are prepared in nursery bed, then earthen pots, then nursery tray and thukus. These are the thukus. And before planting of rooted cutting, the nursery bed should be sterilized with captaf or bevistine, that is 1.5 gram in 1 liter of water. And this should be applied in such a way that lower it should be goes up to the 15 centimeter of the depth of the nursery bed. After that, these cuttings are taken and this cut portion, that is rootex, the rooting media, this should be taken and then inserted in the pot. And after preparation of the cutting, they should be watered and kept in the shady area for 20 to 25 days. So after 25 days, the rooting takes place in the cutting and these are the rooting and this will be ready for planting in the pot or in the bed.
Rooted cuttings are planted between July to September for better yield and quality. Roots multiply after 15 to 20 days in the stem cutting and become suitable for planting. Aphid and pea semiloper insects attack chrysanthemum plants. To protect the plants, 1 milliliter Roger in 1 liter water is sprayed on the plants. 1.5 millimeter Bevistine is mixed to 1 liter of water and sprayed on the plants to protect the plant from root rots and prevent spots on the leaves. The decorative type is harvested when petals at the center of the topmost flower are fully developed. Standard type is harvested when outer ray florets cease to elongate. Cuttings of the flowers is done about 10 cm above the soil and 1/3 of stems are stripped of leaves and placed immediately in water containing a biocide like silver nitrate at 25 ppm concentration. Big spider-shaped flowers are wrapped with cellophane paper and kept inside cardboard boxes for transporting to distant places. Tuberose or Rajnigandha is one of the most important summer commercial flowers. The cut flower with long stem and the flower without stem are equally popular among buyers. Tuberose suits best as bouquets and for decorative purposes as in a flower vase. Garlands, gajra and floral ornaments are made from tuberose. Both the single and multiple flower bearing cut flowers are in demand in the floriculture market. Some of the single cut flowers are Kolkata single, Mexican single and hybrid varieties such as Shringar and Prajwal. The multiple variety cut flowers are Mexican double and Kolkata double, and its hybrid variety includes Suhashini, Vaibhav and a few others. Among these cut flowers, the Suhasini variety has a thick growth and the rachis is longer. To achieve high yield and excellent flower quality, 40% nitrogen, 20% phosphorus and 40% potash is mixed to a square meter of soil. This is done when tilling and preparing the soil for plantation. Tuberose is propagated by bulb. In Assam, the time of planting of bulb is from February to April. The size of the bulb is more than 2.5 centimeters. 50 micron black polythene mulch increases yield and quality of flower spike. It induces quality flowers during lean period of winter months.
তিতাবৰৰ শিলিখা সনাতন বুলি এখন গাঁৱত আমি কাঠফ্লাৱাৰ হিচাপে ৰজনীগন্ধাৰ ফুল কৰিছো এতিয়া আমি তাৰ পৰা আমি দেখিবলৈ পাইছো যে তিতাবৰৰ যিজন খেতিয়ক সেই খেতিয়কজনে অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ত উদ্ভাৱন কৰা প্ৰযুক্তি তেওঁ নিজে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰি আমি তাত কি কৰিছো আমি তাত কোলা পলিথিন মাটিৰ ওপৰত আচ্ছাদন হিচাপে ব্যৱহাৰ কৰিছো ৰজনীগন্ধা ফুল সাধাৰণতে আমাৰ মাৰ্চ এপ্ৰিল মাহত ৰোৱা হয় আৰু এইটো ফুল ফুলে আগষ্ট ছেপ্টেম্বৰ মানত তাৰমানে গুটেই আমাৰ গৰম দিনৰ সময়খিনিতে সামাৰ সিজনটোত আমাৰ একমাত্ৰ কাঠফ্লাৱাৰ হিচাপে আমি ৰজনীগন্ধা ফুলেই পাব পাৰো আৰু এতিয়া আমি দেখিছো যে যেহেতু এটো আমাৰ খুব বেছি গৰম উষ্ণতা বেছি আৰু সেইখিনি সময়ত বৰষুণ বেছি হোৱাৰ কাৰণে আমাৰ কি হয় উইডৰ পৰিমাণ খুব বেছি বৃদ্ধি হয় আৰু সেইটোৱে আমাৰ কি কৰে আমাৰ কাঠফ্লাৱাৰ উৎপাদনত হেম্পাৰ কৰে সেই কাৰণে আমি দেখিছো যে আমি যদি কোলা পলিথিনৰ আচ্ছাদন আমি মাটিত দি পেলাই আমি ৰজনীগন্ধাৰ খেতি কৰো তেতিয়া আমি কোৱালিটি ফ্লাৱাৰ প্ৰডাকচনটো পাম
The proper time of harvesting tuberose spike is when the first two buds open completely. The flower with an elongated stem is harvested 10 centimeters from the ground and immediately dipped in a bucket of water. Depending on the length, 100 flowers with equal girth are bundled together and the lower half is wrapped with paper. The flower is covered with soft polythene or tissue paper and taken to the market. Using the same technique, it is packed in carton or cardboard boxes and transported to distant places.
সাইডাৰ ঘৰলৈ যাওঁতে ফুল দেখিলো দেখি পেলাই বহুত ভাল লাগিলে তাৰপিছত স্কুলতো বহুত মাটি পৰি আছে নি ভাবিলো অন্য গছ গছনি লগোৱাতকৈ ফুল লগালেই ভাল হ'ব দেখিবলৈও ভাল হ'ব আৰু মোৰ আয় এটাও হ'ব কেনেকৈ কৰিম এনেকৈ ভাবি থাকোঁতে কোষেশ্বৰ কছাৰীদাই খবৰ দিলে যে অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ পৰা এটা প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিব কোষেশ্বৰ কছাৰীদাৰ ঘৰতে সেইটো 2011 চনত হৈছিলে তাৰপিছত প্ৰশিক্ষণটো দিছিলে অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ উদ্যান শস্য বিভাগৰ ডক্টৰ মধুমিতা চৌধুৰী বাইদেৱে আৰু সেই প্ৰশিক্ষণটো লোৱাৰ পিছতে মই ফুলৰ খেতিটো কৰিবলৈ মানে আগবাঢ়িলোঁ আৰু এতিয়ালৈকে মই 1500 পিচ ফুল বিক্ৰী কৰিছোঁ আৰু অহা বছৰলৈ মই এতিয়া একঠাত কৰিছিলোঁ অহাবাৰলৈ আৰু একঠা কৰি দুকঠা মাটিত কৰিম আৰু এই বছৰ মোৰ যিখিনি খৰচ হৈছিলে সেইখিনি উঠাৰ উপৰি মোৰ যথেষ্ট লাভৱান হৈছোঁ
Gerbera blooms throughout the year. Gerbera is of two types, general and black-centered gerbera. The general variety grows in open fields and polyhouses. Gerbera growing in polyhouses possess better quality and production is achieved throughout the year. Black-centered gerbera grows in polyhouses. It is the most sought-after variety among buyers. The qualities of the black-centered gerbera easily appeal to the people as it remains fresh for a number of days and its thick elongated stem is suitable for flower vase and bouquets.
আৰু এই ব্ল্যাক সেন্টার জারবেৰা দাম হৈছে আমাৰ অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ত 7 টকা কিন্তু আমি দেখিবলৈ পাইছো যে আমাৰ জোৰহাটত যি কেখন ফুলৰ দোকান আছে তাত 10 পৰা 15 টকা পৰ্যন্ত দাম হয় ডিব্ৰুগড়ত এটো আমাৰ 25 টকা পৰ্যন্ত যোৱা আমি পৰিলক্ষিত কৰিছো
It is cultivated in all types of weather and is best suitable for cultivation in between temperatures 16 to 25 degrees centigrade. Some of the general variety gerbera is Red Gem, Orange Gleam, Classic Beauty, Pride of India, Pride of Sikkim, and Popular. The black-centered gerberas are Faith, Sunspot, Basic, Pitten, and Miracula. Gerberas growing in open fields receive adequate sunlight. are free from water clogging and the soil is rich in organic manure. Drainage facilities are an advantage.
হাজো অঞ্চলত আমি ধান জাৰবেৰা আমি কৰিবলৈ পাইছো আৰু আমাৰ তাতে ডেমনস্ট্ৰেচন প্ৰগ্ৰাম এটা আছিল 2005ত আমি আৰম্ভ কৰিছিলো তেওঁলোকক প্ৰথমতে আমি প্ৰায় 1200 জাৰবেৰা প্ল্যান দিছিলো কিন্তু তেওঁলোকৰ এতিয়া সেই জাৰবেৰা গছখিনি প্ৰায় 1.5 লাখ পৰ্যন্ত হৈছে আৰু তেওঁলোকে ডিসেম্বৰৰ পৰা জুনলৈকে তেওঁলোকে সদায় 1000 সংখ্যাত জাৰবেৰা কাটে আৰু বজাৰলৈ পঠিয়ায়
The time for cutting the flowers depends on the distance to the market. Cutting is done either in the morning or in the evening. When 2 rows of disc florets are perpendicular to the stem, the time is ripe for harvesting. The flowers can be harvested by plucking softly and cutting is not required. After harvesting, the stem is dipped in a bucket of water and recut 1 centimeter under the water. The flowers are packed with a net or polythene bag. It is clipped at the base and put inside cardboard boxes for sending to far-off places. Anthurium occupies a sizable market in the world floriculture industry. Its unique floral shape and beautiful spathe are a craze among flower lovers of the world. Anthurium occupies a sizable market in the world floriculture industry. Its unique floral shape and beautiful spathe are a craze among flower lovers of the world. Anthurium grows in high humid conditions. It can be planted around the year except in winter and during heavy rains. High yield is achieved in temperatures ranging from 18 to 28 degrees centigrade. The flower cannot withstand direct sunlight. If Anthurium is planted on open space, it shows signs of burning and therefore requires 70 to 80% shade. It is grown on a commercial scale in low-cost or medium-cost net houses with 75 to 80% agro-shade net roofs. The useful varieties favorable to the climate of the state are tropical, fire, Memon, Acropolis, Callery and Agnihotri. It is generally cultivated in soil-less culture. Productivity of the flower depends on the growing media. The bed is covered with dark polythene and brick pieces are placed on top of it measuring 4 inches in thickness. On top of this layer, another layer is placed containing charcoal and measuring 3 inches in thickness. Again, on top of this layer, another layer of coconut husk measuring 3 cm into 3 cm in length and bearing 2-inch thickness is placed uniformly.
আৰু এন্থুৰিয়াম সাধাৰণতে মাটিত যদি আমি কৰো তেতিয়াহলে মাটিৰ লগত সংস্পৰ্শ আহাৰ লগে লগে কি হয় তাত বেমাৰৰ আক্ৰান্ত হয় আৰু বেমাৰ আক্ৰান্ত হলে এই গছখিনি আমি ধৰি ৰাখিব নোৱাৰো সেই কাৰণে আমি এন্থুৰিয়ামৰ কাৰণে আমি বেডখন বনাওতে সাধাৰণতে আমি এখন কাছ ভেৰিয়া পিঠি নিচিনা আমি কৰি এখন বেড বনাব লাগে আৰু তাত 3 সেন্টিমিটাৰ এটা স্লোপিং ৰাখিব লাগে আমি এটা ফুটা কৰি 3 ভাগ কোকোপিট আৰু এভাগ বালি মিশ্ৰণ কৰি তাত আমি এন্থুৰিয়াম ফুল লগাব লাগে আৰু আমি দেখিছো যে আমাৰ এই মিশ্ৰণটোত এন্থুৰিয়াম ফুল লগাই আমি খুব ভাল ফল দেখিবলৈ পাইছো
Harvesting is done when the spathe is open or when 1/3 to 2/3 of the true flower on the spadix are open. The flower stalk is cut with a sharp knife, leaving about 3 centimeters of the stalk on the plant, and the basal portion of the flower stalk is immersed in water as soon as possible to prevent drying out. Each anthurium is put inside appropriate polythene bags and pinned at the base. It is then placed inside cardboard boxes and transported to distant places. For local markets, the base of the stalk is wrapped in paper and transported. Orchids are the most beautiful among all the flowering plants in the world. Orchids are grown commercially on bamboo frames or angle irons in agro-shade net houses with 30 to 50% shade. GI pipes are installed from one end to another for spraying water. As a commercial cut flower, Dendrobium hybrid variety, Sonia, Sonia purple, Sonia pink, Sonia white and a few other types are grown. These orchids are planted on coconut fibers in iron netted bed and cocoa husk block. For its growth and propagation, commercial formulation of 19:19:19 is added and mixed in 1 liter water and sprayed twice a week during active growth period. The hybrid variety Sonia blooms after a year. At the beginning, 2 to 3 flowers bloom on the pseudo bulb. It flowers from June to December. The orchid stems are not allowed to remain too dry or too wet. Water is sprayed twice a week depending on its requirement. Assam Agriculture University has found through research that if 500 grams zinc sulfate is mixed in 1 liter water and sprayed, it yields good result. Black rot and anthracnose are also called leaf spots, are the two major diseases affecting orchids. Black rot infects roots and spreads into the rhizome and pseudo bulbs. The color turns yellow and the plant dies. The disease can be checked by spraying 10 ppm copper sulfate solution every alternate week. When the orchid is affected by leaf spots, the leaves turn yellow and soft. The disease can be controlled on spraying copper fungicide. Among insects and moths which attack orchids, thrips and mealybugs are the two most dangerous. Both can be controlled and kept at bay by spraying malathion or Deris solution. Orchid flowers are harvested 3 to 4 days after opening of flowers or blooming when it matures. Harvesting is done in the evening with an infection-free knife and preserved in temperatures of 5 to 7 degrees centigrade. Grading is done depending on the length of flower spike, flower number, size and arrangement of flower on the spike. Packaging method is different for different species of orchids. Gladiolus is a popular ornamental flower that embellishes every bouquet. Different and attractive colors are an immediate hit among the people. Large size combs with 3 to 5 cm diameter are used when gladioli are grown for cut flowers. Large combs can be vertically cut into 2 or 3 pieces which are then used for propagation. The gladiolus varieties which are suitable for the climate and soil of Assam are White Prosperity, Spick and Span, Novalex, American Beauty, Sunny Boy, Rosepire and a number of others. Gladiolus is grown in a wide range of soils, but deep, rich, well permeabilized and well-drained loam are best suited for gladioli cultivation. In Assam, planting is done in October and November. Brown scales of the combs are removed and dipped for 30 minutes in 2% Vevictin or Kaptan and dried in the shade. It is then planted. This step ensures that the comb does not rot. Water is sprayed once a week to keep the soil moist. Thrips and cutworms are serious pests of gladiolus. To prevent attacks from thrips, 1 mm malathion is mixed in 1 liter water and sprayed at the base of the plant. Dusting of malathion 5% dust is effective against cutworms. For local markets, glandular spikes are harvested when the first pair of florets is completely opened. For distant markets, flowers are harvested at tight bud stage when 1 to 5 florets show color with at least 2 clasping leaves. Marigold or Narji is an easy to cultivate seasonal flower. The climate of Assam is suitable for growing marigold. From very early times, marigold is being cultivated in Hajo. Winter is the best season to grow marigold. However, demand for marigold is throughout the year. The Department of Horticulture, Assam Agriculture University, is conducting research on standardization of technology for summer marigold. The African marigold is useful for making garlands during religious rituals and for decorative purposes. Some of these varieties are Pusa, Narangi, Genda, Giant Double African Orange, Vanilla and Saracol. It grows on all types of soil, but fertile, sandy and well-drained soil is the best. If the flowers are harvested either in the morning or in the evening, it remains fresh for a number of days. Once the flower is fully matured, it is carefully plucked with the fingers. It is essential to apply water in the field on the day before harvesting. Regular harvesting yields better production. The harvested flowers are transported to the market in bamboo baskets or jute bags. Research at the Assam Agriculture University has established that for summer season, Saracol variety is the most suitable marigold variety.
আমাৰ ওচৰৰ তিতাবৰৰ শিলিখা সনাতন গাঁওখন এখন মানে ফুলৰ গাঁও আমি কৰিবৰ কাৰণে চেষ্টা কৰিছিলোঁ 2005ৰ পৰা আমি বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ প্ৰশিক্ষণ কাৰ্য আমাৰ অসমৰ বিভিন্ন ঠাইত আমাৰ ইফালে মাকুম হাজু তিতাবৰ ডিব্ৰুগড় আদি বিভিন্ন ঠাইত আমি প্ৰশিক্ষণৰ আয়োজন কৰিছিলোঁ আৰু তাৰোপৰি আমি প্ৰদৰ্শনীমূলক কৃষি কাৰ্যও কৰিছিলোঁ কিন্তু তেতিয়া আমি এটা কথা চিন্তা কৰিলোঁ যে যদি আমাৰ অসম কৃষি বিশ্ববিদ্যালয়ৰ পৰা ওচৰতে হয় তেতিয়াহলে আমি তাত আমি আহা যোৱা কৰিবলৈ কাৰণেও ভাল আৰু আমি মাৰ্কেটিংখন তেওঁলোকে পোৱাত আমি তেওঁলোকক সহায় কৰি দিবলৈ আমি বেছি সুবিধা হয় সেই হিচাপে আমি তিতাবৰৰ শিলিখা সনাতন গাঁওখন আমি নিৰ্বাচিত কৰিলোঁ
বাইদেউ মই প্ৰশ্ন কৰিছিলোঁ মই যদি ৰজনীগন্ধা খেতিটো কৰিবলৈ হয় তেতিয়াহলে আপোনাক মই কি ধৰণে আপোনাক মই সহায় কৰিব তেখেতে মোক এটা কথাই কৈছিলে বাইদেউ যদি আপুনি আমাৰ লগত ওলাই আহে তেতিয়া আমি আপোনালোকক এটা 1000 স্কয়াৰ বৰ্গমিটাৰ এটা প্ৰদৰ্শনমূলক ৰজনীগন্ধা খেতি দিম আৰু সেই খেতিটো আপুনি দুটা ভাগত কৰিব পাৰিব এটা পলিথিন দি আৰু এটা নন পলিথিন যেহেতুকে মই চিন্তা কৰিলোঁ যে দুইটাই আমি কৰি চাওঁ যদি পৰীক্ষামূলকভাৱে যিটো ভাল আমি হেতুকে বেছিকৈ আকোৱালি ল'ম সেয়েহে মই 2010ৰ যিটো 1000 স্কয়াৰ মিটাৰ পলিথিনৰ খেতি কৰিছিলোঁ তাত মই যথেষ্টখিনি লাভান্বিত হৈছিলোঁ সেয়েহে মই প্ৰথম বৰ্ষতে মই প্ৰায় 1000 স্কয়াৰ মিটাৰ বৰ্গমিটাৰত কৰি মই প্ৰায় 52 বা 55,000 ল'বলৈ সংগ্ৰহ হৈছিলোঁ আৰু তাৰ বিনিময়তে মই প্ৰথমতে এখন স্কুটি কিনি যোৰহাটলৈ হয়তো সময়ে সময়ে ৰজনীগন্ধাৰ বান্দুলৈ দৌৰ মাৰিছিলোঁ আৰু এই খেতি মই আৰু এটা ক'ব বিচাৰিছোঁ যোৱা বছৰ যিটো 11 বৰ্ষত এটা প্ৰশিক্ষণ দিছিলে তাত মই দুটা খেতি আকৌ নিৰ্বাচন কৰি লৈছিলোঁ যিহেতুকে এটা মাৰ্চ এপ্ৰিলত আমি যিটো ৰজনীগন্ধা বাল্ব ৰোপণ কৰোঁ জুলাই মানৰ পৰা আমি কাটিব পাৰোঁ আৰু জুলাই আগষ্ট ছেপ্টেম্বৰ অক্টোবৰ অন্ততঃ নৱেম্বৰলৈকে আমি যিটো ৰজনীগন্ধা ষ্টিক কালেকশ্যন কৰোঁ আৰু বজাৰত কিন্তু কথা হ'ল কি আমি যদি খেতি এটা কৰিবলৈ হ'লে নিৰবিচ্ছিন্নভাৱে ইটোৰ পিছত সিটো আমি কেনেকৈ ফুলৰ খেতি বা যিকোনো খেতি কৰি আমি মাৰ্কেট দখল কৰিব পাৰোঁ তাৰ কথা মই চিন্তা কৰিছিলোঁ সেয়েহে বাইদেউৰ যিটো প্ৰশিক্ষণ আছিলে সেইটোত মই অনুপ্ৰাণিত হয় ভাবিলোঁ যে মই যদি নাৰ্জী ফুলৰ আৰু জাৰবেৰা খেতি কৰিব পাৰোঁ তেতিয়া হয়তো মই যোৰহাটৰ বজাৰখন আৰু অকণমান মানে শক্তিশালীকৈ মই দখল কৰিব পাৰিম বুলি মই ভাবিছিলোঁ
The cost-effective floriculture practices is a reliable means of livelihood and entrepreneurial activity. Demands for flower at the national and international markets are huge and lucrative. If youths of the state can be motivated to take up floriculture, their socio-economic condition will improve. The positive turnout is that entrepreneurs in Jorhat, Tittabor, Tinsukia and Dibrugarh are developing interest in floriculture and gradually expanding their flower cultivation. This growth has supported the floriculture hub of the state, Hajo. For the growers, success depends on the ability to produce exotic and attractive varieties according to the market demands. The growers will have to supplement this effort by regular supplies throughout the year. Use of proper technology in floriculture developed by Assam Agriculture University will largely benefit the entrepreneur. The Assam Agricultural University is broadly equipped to support the floriculture entrepreneurs in technical skill and knowledge development. This enterprising and very thoughtful initiative of the university towards opening a potential avenue for socio-economic development have provided the youths with multiple livelihood opportunities in the allied fields of agriculture and veterinary science.